Leslie Volmer, and I'm here for Public Health Seattle and King County. And can you introduce yourself, please?
Hi, my name is Henry. I'm with the King County for about 5 years, and I've been working with the Food Safety Program, doing restaurant inspection also as well as swimming pool and spa as well.
So we are here. It's Public Health Week, and so one of the things we wanted to do is show people a little bit about what a food inspector does and why it's so important. So Henry, why is food inspection so important in restaurants?
It's important because it's serving to the general public, and we want to make sure the public is safe and they can dine in a restaurant restaurant facility and feel that it's safe to eat out. Yeah.
Okay, so let's take a look here. We're at Deli Cut Subs, and how has Deli Cut Subs been doing with its restaurant inspection?
Deli Cut Subs been pretty well. They have an excellent rating. That means that in the last 4 inspection, the trend is that they're doing really well, and that their rating is now as excellent. They've been posted at the front door where a customer can come in and see or walk by and see their rating.
Yeah, so we thought Deli Cut Subs, they get an excellent rating, a great place to show people how to do good food practice. So let's go take a look.
Alrighty. So here we have a typical deli setup. We have refrigeration, we have storage, and then over there we have sink and hand washing as well, washing sink as well. So what I look for in a typical inspection, I want to make sure that employees are washing hands, employees are not bare hand contacting food, and employees are washing hands at the right time as well. And also that is to make sure to prevent cross-contamination with food that going out to the customers.
And Henry, just how many restaurants are there in King County?
There are about 12,000 facilities in King County and 8,000 are restaurants, and typically we do about 3 inspections per year per facility.
Wow. Okay, so if there's 12,000 food establishments, 8,000 of those are restaurants. In a typical month, how many inspections would you say that you do?
On a typical month, we do about 80 to 90 facilities, and that's just regular inspection work.
And that's just you?
That's just us, and also every employee is expected to do about the same.
Okay,
yeah.
Got it. So let's take a look. Is there anything you want to show us back here?
Yeah, here it's just a basic storage for deli sub owners. He does have basic pots, and then freezer, and also his dry storage, and also his utility equipment, and on speed rack. So it's overall it's well kept facility. Yeah.
Shall we go take a look over there and see what kind of food is there?
Over here we have his make line. So we have what we look for during the inspection is for deli sub like this is his temperature, cold holding temperature. Here we have basic tomato, lettuce, and deli meats, and so we look for cold holding. See if the product is at 41 degrees or below, and that's the barrier that we look at to make sure that food is kept at 41. So here we can do a quick check. It's about 40 and below, and so we check for. So it's about 36. So the unit is able to keep the food at 41. That's where we dictate that 41 degrees is a safe marker to keep food safe.
And why is temperature so important?
Temperature is important because it keeps the bacteria. If there's any organism in the food, the temperature will reduce the bacteria to a slow state, unable to divide and multiply, and that can cause people illness if they consume a contaminated product.
So what kind of bacteria are we talking about?
Depend on the products too as well. We have norovirus and Vibrio for oyster. It's pretty popular in our area. Like people eat out when they eat raw oyster. For something like this, we're looking for not salmonella because that's an uncooked product, but more like perfringens or listeria for deli meat.
Okay, so quite a few different kinds of germs that you could get.
Correct, yes.
Okay, well let's keep going around the corner.
So here we have the cold line as well. This is more like your soup, your salads. It's more like a Caesar salad that Andy does here, and it has his dressing. It's all the products are pre-cooked, and tomatoes, and we have cucumber here. So this is where they make the salads, and over there is the sandwiches. And so over here, we also look for hand washings. And so for a facility like him, for Andy's here, we have 2 hand sink, one here and one over there. And so we want to make sure you have soap and paper towels and hot warm water. It's well kept so that employees can use. But also it's easy accessible, whether it's on that way or this way. It's easy accessible by the employee doing prep or working with the front line.
Why is hand washing so important? I mean, I hear that over and over again. Why is it so important?
It's very important because it's reduced the contamination in your hand. All hands are dirty, so the more you wash your hand, the more the hands clean. But the most important thing we educate food workers and managers is to washing prior to glove use, washing after they use the restrooms, inside the restroom once, outside the restroom with the hand sink, and before they enter work, because hand washing is a key barrier to prevent foodborne outbreaks.
Okay, so hand washing super important. You know, it looks really tidy around here. It looks clean, but is like the cleanliness of surfaces, is that like the most important thing? Because I think people feel that when they go into a restaurant. Or what else might be more important, perhaps?
Cleanliness is important, but not the top thing, because cleanliness doesn't dictate that the facility is safe for a consumer to eat. We also look for food safety, just like cold holding, hot holding, cross-contamination, hand washing, and bare hand contact. Those are the things that customer may or may not see during their visit, but inspector they do see during their visit. So cleanliness may be one option to look at to determine whether the facility is safe to eat, but also make sure they can go online, check our website and our rating to see if their past inspection history is safe for people to come in and eat, which is the repeat violation for cold holding, hot holding, hand washing, and bare hand contact. Those are the marker we use to determine whether the facility is safe to eat, and that's if they have failure in those areas that can lead to a foodborne outbreak. So.
Okay, so that would be kingcounty.gov/health, and then you look up for food safety?
Correct, yeah. Or they can just check out our placard outside, whether they, say it's excellent, good, okay, or need improvement. Those are pretty good indicators whether the facility is safe to eat, and we are done pretty well to make sure that the placard reflects the facility practices in terms of food safety.
And what about the role of the restaurant manager? What role does that person play?
That person is pretty important, and that person is called, we use the term active manager control. That person observes employees, making sure they are able to do a good job and follow food safety practices that we tell people to do. Yeah.
Well, it sounds like there's a lot that people could learn from cooking at home. It seems like washing your hands is super important.
Correct. Yeah, at home you can still follow the same procedure: washing hand, keeping your raw meat on the bottom, storing your refrigerator where raw meat's on the bottom, and your cooked meat on the middle, and your vegetables and produce on top. That's reduced a lot of the cross-contamination, a lot of the illness that you may have. But also the most important thing is washing your hands with soap and warm water, and then dry it off. That's key.
Great. And since it's Public Health Week, I just want to ask you really quick, what do you like about your job?
I like coming to my job because I like to educate people about food safety, and I feel excited to go to work, and I'm happy, so I'm here. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, happy Public Health Week to you, and happy Public Health Week to everyone. Make sure to follow us on thepublichealthinsider.com. That's our blog, and we always have the latest on public health there. And keep following us all this week. We'll have more Facebook Live broadcasts.